And every year, a week before Easter, a special guest comes to join us, and that is a member of my family. This is Ricochet Rabbit. He is a rabbit that I've had for at least 10 years, and he comes on the broadcast to just let people know that rabbits can make wonderful pets. They are terrible Easter gifts. You don't want to be giving a bunny as an Easter gift because it usually ends in a terrible situation for the bunny, even though it seems like such a good idea at the time. Rabbits don't make great gifts, especially for children. What typically happens, and it's kind of Ricochet's backstory. He was found by the wife of an employee here wandering the neighborhood after Easter, not long after Easter, because what typically happens is if you get a bunny for a child for Easter, the child loses interest after a couple weeks.
Right.
And then another thing people don't know is that bunnies, they got to be spayed or neutered. And because as they get older and mature, they get more aggressive if they're not. And then often what happens is they bite the child. And then the child doesn't want to be with the rabbit, and then often a family may mistakenly think, well, it's a rabbit, I'll just let it go out in the yard or somewhere out into the wild. And domestic rabbits don't have the same food needs as a wild. You see bunnies everywhere.
It's kind of hard to take care of a bunny.
Yeah, well, the wild bunnies, they're doing. Whoop, he's just shaking his ears. Don't worry, he's not trying to get you.
They scared me.
Yeah, the wild bunnies, they can eat just fine, but domestic rabbits, they need hay to survive. That's how they've been bred. So just letting a domestic rabbit free is not giving it a wonderful life. Typically a coyote or a hawk will carry it away or get hit by a car because they don't have the survival instincts that the brown bunnies you see. So another tip is if you're in your neighborhood and you see any color of bunny other than brown, because the wild bunnies are brown. If you see a bunny like him, this discolor or any other color, that means it's probably a domestic rabbit that has either escaped or probably been dumped, because that happens a lot right after Easter. Animal shelters are always, especially rabbit rescues, gearing up and bracing themselves for this time of year.
Do you know how old Ricochet is?
I don't know exactly, but he was young when I got him, and that was about more than 10 years ago. And bunnies can live to be 14. That's another thing. A lot of times, it's not like a hamster. When you give a child a rabbit, they're going to live to be like 12, maybe 14 years old.
So
that's a long time commitment. And they have special needs when it comes to food and all kinds of stuff. It takes a lot. And if you don't like the smell of hay, well, then you definitely don't want a rabbit in your house.
Okay,
because
so
they eat a lot of hay.
You know, end of the short story is don't give rabbits unless they really want them, because they're
think ahead, because they can make wonderful gifts, especially for or presents and pets for adults. If you're an adult and you live in an apartment, you don't have a lot of room, you need a quiet animal. Believe it or not, I've had more than one rabbit, and they all have different personalities. You'd think they're all the same. They're not. Like one rabbit will be very outgoing, another rabbit will be much more like reclusive. But this bunny, he's precocious and dastardly.
Is it like a dog at all? Like, do they have similar qualities, or a cat?
One of the things that I always say about having a rabbit is you have to remember they're a prey animal, whereas a dog or a cat is more of a hunter-gatherer. Because this is a prey animal, everything inside this rabbit tells this rabbit to be afraid of you. So if you can bond and make a relationship, you've really overcome something amazing. And so if you have a house rabbit, they'll come right up to you, sit next to you watching TV. You got to watch out, because they'll be underfoot in the kitchen, because they just like, oh, I'll follow you there.
Does he just prance around your house?
He does. They can be litter box trained, and he is.
How's he do with your dog?
You know what? Maggie is a Bernese Mountain Dog and has basically has no interest in bunnies, whether this bunny or wild bunnies. It doesn't chase squirrels, nothing like that. So you want to make sure your dog is okay with it too.
Well, all good tips, and thank you so much for bringing Ricochet. So cute and snuggly, and you know, just a good thing to remember as we get ready for Easter weekend.
Yeah, just remember they're not good Easter gifts, but they do make tremendous pets for adults and for a responsible long-term commitment.
He is so cute. I like his nose.
His little eyes there.
I know.
His little, if you've been a long-time viewer, his little mohawk thing here used to be much longer, but he's gotten older. Like the rest of us. Maybe he needs a little propecia or something up here.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
There you go.